All right. Hi, my name is Abigail Cannon, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about Emory University and the degree I would like to attain from this school. Emory University and Medical School is one of the best schools in the state of Georgia, and it's also a private school, which is going to be really important in a minute, so hold on to that little tidbit of information. Now, in this last application season, only 24% of applicants to Emory University were actually accepted. And the grades of these 24% sort of prove why. Emory is really, really hard to get into, and again, the grades and numbers really speak for themselves. The average accepted student's GPA was 3.78. Their SAT score was a combined 1390 with a 700 in math and a 690 in reading and writing. And if they took the ACT, which most of them did, they had an average of a 31. Now, this school is also private, which I told you just a few seconds ago was going to be really important, and this is a segment in the video where it's really important, so listen closely. If you are a student and you have a GPA of 3.7, an ACT score of 26, or an SAT score of 1200, you qualify for the Zell Miller Scholarship. Now, Zell Miller will pay for 100% of a 4-year public Georgia school's tuition. But if it's private, like our dear Emory University, Zell Miller will only cover $4,000 per semester. And while that may be a significant cut for some people, compared to Emory's $70,000 average per semester, it really is a flaw when it comes to this school and thinking of applying. Now, part of that $70,000 cost, which doesn't include books, does include residential living on campus. The residential halls of Emory are beautiful, and Emory requires all first-year freshmen to live on campus. But most people actually end up staying even through their senior year because it's just more cost-efficient and effective to live on campus. Now that I've given you some key information about Emory University, I would like to talk to you about why and for what degree I would like to attend this school. My goal is to become a pediatrician. I've chosen this career for myself because I like medical sciences and I really love working with kids. I always have. And I think the human body is an amazing machine, and to be the mechanic of that machine at such a foundational age, childhood, really just seems like an amazing goal and call on my life. Now, being a pediatrician is not all rainbows and lollipops and cute little kids running around everywhere. It's a lot of dedication and really hard work. To become a pediatrician, you must, of course, graduate high school. You must have a 4-year undergraduate degree, 4 years of medical school, and 3 years of in-hospital learning. Again, this is a plus for Emory University because they also have Emory Hospital, which is a teaching hospital, so those 3 years can be taken care of at Emory. One of those years must be an internship, and 2 of them must be a residency. And if you're not a Grey's Anatomy fan and you don't know what those words mean, I'll define them for you. An intern really is just a lot of grunt work at a hospital. It's a lot of paperwork, shadowing, attendings, and residents, trying to apply some of those concepts you learned in medical school in the actual medical field, but not to the point where you could seriously hurt anyone. Being a resident gives you more power, more authority, and a lot more responsibility. You run some things on your own, but you're still not a top dog. Think of being a resident as being a sophomore or a junior in high school. The end is there, and you can see it coming, but you've still got a long road ahead of you. That last stretch of road will be your board certification. It's an exam, and it is absolutely required to even begin to practice medicine and specialize in pediatrics. And speaking of specialties, pediatrics actually has a lot of specialties within itself. You could be a pediatric geneticist, who is someone that focuses on the genetics of children in utero and in the early years of their lives to try and make sure that children don't grow up to be full-grown adults with full-grown genetic disorders and mutations. There's also the branch of neonatal medicine within pediatrics, which is probably the most interesting. Neonatal focuses on newborn babies in and just out of utero. There's even neonatal surgery, which takes care of surgery for babies before they've been born, which is just an amazing technological advance on humanity's part. Neonatal surgery and just neonatal and pediatric medicine in general takes so much extra education compared to other specialties because we're working with smaller bodies with weaker immune systems that need a lot more attention. Kids can't take the same medicines or be treated the same as adults because they aren't fully developed yet, and it shows in the educational requirements. But there is a payoff for these 11 strenuous, taxing years of school. It is an annual income of $184,240, which is the average pay for a pediatrician. But that hard work doesn't just end once you're out of school. You're not just handed this big fat check. The average pediatrician will work 50 hours a week, 7 days a week, including holidays, because sick kids don't ever really take a break. A lot of pediatricians also dedicate their spare time to volunteer services around their community. They may be a pro bono school nurse, work for the rec department in their local community, or even volunteer their time at children's centers and homeless shelters. A lot of them provide free medicine that families and children just wouldn't be able to get otherwise. Now, maybe pediatrics isn't what you want to do, but you're looking for another branch of the medical field. And maybe Emory University isn't the school you want to go to, but you're still interested in medicine. And there are still options here in Georgia. There's Mercer University School of Medicine and Morehouse School of Medicine right here in the Peach State. Both are really great medical schools, and you could attain the same certifications from Emory at these other two schools. Now, even if you're not interested in medicine, I really still highly recommend looking into Emory University. It's a fantastic liberal arts college, has a great English department, and has many available majors in other sciences that aren't medical. Or maybe you are looking at the medical field, but you aren't thinking pediatrics. Again, continue to do your research. It's so important in the field of medicine because medicine is ever changing, ever expanding, and ever advancing with our technology. Keep doing that research. And keep looking into Emory too, even if you aren't sure if it's the school for you. Look into the application, see if any of the essay topics spark your interest, maybe even go on a college visit. I myself plan on going to one in a few months, and I'm really excited because it's a beautiful campus. Just drive through Atlanta and see the civilization that you would get to be a part of by going to this school. I hope that you're able to find some of this information helpful, and I really hope that you take some time to look into Emory and look into medical professions. It's ever changing, and there are a lot of people in the medical field, but we always need more. Someone else always needs that perfect doctor, and maybe that's you. And Emory University may only accept 24%, but you could be a part of that 24%. So I hope you look into some of the things that I've talked about today, and I hope you find this information useful and can apply it to your own life. Thank you so much. Bye.